A moment in real estate with my dad, Jeff Hood.
You know, I get asked a lot about what the market's going to do. How's the real estate market? I've been selling real estate for a long time, and nobody has a crystal ball. And you know what? When it's your time to buy or your time to sell, it really doesn't matter what the market's doing. It's your time, and you have to do something maybe. What makes a difference is the agents and the experience that go to work for you. We're Keller Williams Hood Company, located here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We can help.
Hood Company, powered by Keller Williams, the #1 name in real estate.
There's a reason owners Tyler and Cindy McDowell chose the name In Service for their towing business. They did because it's their goal to be in service for you on the day that you need them the most. In-Service Towing is now known far and wide for their response time because minutes matter when you're broken down, or their 24/7 availability. You can call them anytime for service. Their professional team with years of experience and their fairness, plus their know-how in dealing with the unexpected. But the thing that In-Service is known best for is how they treat their customers, and that's like family. When you need them, call them 931-843-9098.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gaines Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through all of life's obstacles. Facing those challenges is easier together. That's why Jack Davis specializes in group insurance. Cover the most valuable aspect of your business, your employees, with coverage for life, accident, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision. Jack Davis can customize plans for every need. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987. Contact Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
Are you looking for the perfect refrigerator? What about a new stove or washer or dryer? It only makes sense to shop at the one place that specializes in appliances, top to bottom, big or small. And that's Kelly Appliance in Lawrenceburg. Kelly Appliance is home to all major name brands, including LG. LG makes life good with a full selection of refrigerators, cooking appliances, dishwashers, microwaves, and more, including appliances made right here in Tennessee. Family owned and family operated. Stop by Kelly Appliance on Jerry Street in Lawrenceburg today.
Why should you bank with Employee Resources Credit Union? We offer a wealth of services, including mobile banking, video banking, bill pay, and more. We also offer loan rates that are lower than those of our competitors. Employee Resources Credit Union has been a financial pillar since 1964, providing long-time support to members of the community. Join us and become part of the ERCU commitment, not for profit, for service.
At Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, we're proud to be locally owned and operated because we're not just a bank, we're family. When you call, you'll be greeted by a friendly representative who's ready to discuss your banking needs, as well as offer our competitive rates on CDs and money market accounts. Our loan decisions are made in-house and never sold to a secondary market because our commitment is simple. You matter to us. At Lawrenceburg Federal, we offer all the conveniences of larger banks with a personal touch. Join us at Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, where community, trust, and service come together.
Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is your premier source for hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl tile, sheet vinyl, residential and commercial carpet, carpet tiles, ceramic and porcelain tile, waterproof floating floor, plus blinds and shutters. Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is also home to all name brands and can tackle projects big and small. Installation? You're covered with installers who've got years of experience and stand behind their work. Let Lawrenceburg Flooring and More make your design dreams a reality. 2760 Highway 43 North, or visit lawrenceburgflooringandmore.com.
Whether you're looking to spruce up the interior or exterior of your home or business, trust Lawrenceburg Glass to provide a one-of-a-kind product. From windows to mirrors, shower doors, custom framing, storefront installations, and everything in between, Lawrenceburg Glass takes pride in our quality craftsmanship and strong attention to detail. With us, your customer experience always exceeds expectations. We're reliable, on time, and we deliver stunning results. Lawrenceburg Glass. Our passion is reflected in our work.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back here to X Sports Live. We've done our college football previews. We haven't really done high school previews. That's something we really don't do anyways. But it's time to talk NFL, guys. We've gotten some preseason games under our belts here. I think everyone's at least got one in. Not much. There hasn't been much on the injury front other than J.J. McCarthy, the first-round pick, tearing his ACL. But for the most part, we've been injury-free. A little bit of drama. Don't know exactly if what the 49ers are going to do with Brandon Ayuk or whether it even matters in the grand scheme of things. I think most of the drama has happened before the practice era has started. And, it's... I don't know. Maybe it's just me, or maybe I'm just paying attention more to the college side of things. But there hadn't been too much. Maybe not. Maybe it's just here we haven't had much of a build up to the NFL season.
I think you're right. I think it's just been more college than it has NFL. Y'all know how I feel about the Titans, and that's all I heard at work from a couple of guys. Oh man, y'all see Levis look good, and then Malik Willis come in the second half. I got guys thinking they're going to win the AFC Championship.
That's ridiculous.
What do
they're
you
not
think?
going to win the AFC South.
No,
I'll wait for my guarantee later.
Yeah.
I might. I guarantee they don't win 4 ball games.
What do you think of Will Levis's mayonnaise commercial?
That's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
When I seen that, I just said, "Are you kidding me?"
That's so stupid.
That is the dumbest.
I call him Pretty Boy. That's what I call him.
I call him something. What? Looking at the NFL, as a whole, I think it's Kansas City's to lose. We done talked about that, a few months back. I haven't heard how bad was Hooker's concussion he got the other night.
It's not too awfully severe. I hope he's okay. He played good with the snaps he had the other night. I read into it. I know he's on concussion protocol, so he'll probably be out for a little bit, but I don't know how severe the injury was.
I hope that he's not injury prone.
I hope he's not either.
Yeah.
I'm praying that, because they're probably going to trade him, to be honest. They're probably going to trade him.
You almost have to.
Yeah.
To get something for him. For what you drafted.
Yeah. Send him to Las Vegas, man. Send him to Las Vegas. They ain't got a quarterback.
Yeah, but he's really going to get his head knocked in over there.
I know, but
I think
he's got to get his chance. He's got to get his chance.
I still think y'all got the backup in Dobbs. Listen, I don't care what college you went to. How are these NFL teams not staying with him?
He's bounced around.
Dude,
it's hard to find a team.
He's like a bouncy ball.
He was in Pittsburgh, then he was in
Tennessee,
the Browns.
Listen, I understand the Titans playbook may not be very hard, but my God, he learned it in like 3 days.
Yeah. He was with the Vikings last year.
The
Cousins went down.
Yeah.
It's at this point, it's hard to find a team he hasn't played for.
But he's he's just got a God-gifted talent.
Yeah.
And he's athletic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for a 49ers fan, you're thinking, man, if he can just stay healthy, Purdy's got a backup.
Yes,
Purdy's got a backup. Yeah.
If Purdy stayed healthy, other than that his elbow in the NFC Championship game, and I think a lot of that has to do with how good the offensive line has been.
Right.
We've got a holdout from our best lineman there right now. I think that's going to end. I think the Ayuk thing, it's more looking like they're going to sign him instead of trade him away to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I think they should get that over with quick because I think it just brings in too much.
Yeah, because he wants to be there.
There's a lot of issues that happen.
It's not necessarily the money for him; it's the years.
Yes, he wants longevity.
Yeah,
it's not the money's there.
Yeah.
He just wants to sign for a long deal.
Yeah, they want 3 years guaranteed. He wants 4 years guaranteed.
Right.
And it's nothing. And I get it from
Especially
both
with
sides.
his position, it's hard to give a 4-year contract for that.
Well, sure it is, but
I get it from both sides. He wants, like you said, longevity, and he wants stability. And the 49ers know the health of wide receivers.
Sure.
So, I think at some point they're going to pay him, though. And it seems like every offseason the Niners have one holdout.
Yeah.
And then it takes them about 5 or 6 games to get into the fold, like it did Debo a couple years ago. And just, can we just go into one off season with no drama? But you're dealing with professional athletes.
Yeah.
This is kind of what
That's how
happens.
it is now.
So let's go division by division here, guys. We'll start off in the AFC. I don't know, the East with the Dolphins, Patriots, Jets, and Bills. There's a lot of different ways that you can go with that division.
I'll go ahead and say my guarantee that the Patriots aren't going to win it, but I'll go ahead and call my guarantee. We're going to see Joe Milton by before or right at week 8.
Joe Milton's going to start the season.
It may look like that. I don't know.
Listen,
He's been slinging that thing.
Joe Milton is going to go down as one of the best practice quarterbacks.
You're right. You're right.
For somebody to throw him 30 yards like he does.
He got a starting job in Michigan. Went to Tennessee, could throw it out of Neyland Stadium, but he couldn't hit
the guy 10 yards in front of him.
But where'd he win that job at? On the practice field. When Hooker went down. And now he's got to the NFL. He was drafted in 9th round, 5,000th pick, and he's going to beat out the third pick in the draft.
Right.
Over practice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, his preseasons look pretty good so far.
They're not going to win.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
But he's going to win the job. Now, how long is he? I think it may be week 8 he gets benched.
Yeah.
But I think he starts the season.
Yeah. I don't know. This is not me being a Tennessee fan because, I'm a Tennessee fan, but you know how I feel about Joe Milton.
You should love him.
No, I was... That Florida game, I really had some. Okay, what Joe Milton's going to show up this week? The guy that throws 2 touchdowns, 300 yards. The guy that throws 1 touchdown and 4 interceptions in a game. But no, with that division, I think it's going to. I got the Dolphins again. I know. No, last year I picked the Bills. I was going to say Dolphins, and I changed it at the last minute at the pick. But I'm going to say the Dolphins this year.
I like them. Tua signed this stupid contract.
That's for somebody that's going to be hurt by the week.
I'm going to go out and go ahead and say it. I'm completely off the Josh Allen train.
I've been off that.
I am off of it. I think that it's just. It's crazy. Yeah. I think we are seeing one of the most athletic, big quarterbacks that just can't get it done.
Yeah. He lost his number 1 target too.
He lost his number 1 target. He acts like it don't matter. It matters.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the JETS Jets. With that defense, if Aaron Rodgers... Here we go. No. I'm not saying they're going to do anything special. I'm just saying they're going to win the division. If Rodgers can stay healthy, and also they got Tyrod Taylor as a decent backup quarterback. If Rodgers can at least get you... I did say Tyrod Taylor.
He's 86 years old.
Dusty's still having nightmares of last season.
I'm not saying that Rodgers is going to win the MVP. I'm just saying if they can get at least 12 games out of him, and Tyrod and whoever else behind them with that defense, if they can just give average NFL output on offense, I think they do enough to win the division. Because here's one of my guarantees: Tua's not playing more than 10 games this year. With his injury history, I don't think he's...
but Aaron Rodgers might not play but
4 snaps.
10
Two
snaps.
snaps.
10 snaps. Yeah, I know. I'm just with their defense. If they can at least protect him better, which they probably won't. But with that defense and a better, they don't have the kid they had last year. They got a more dependable backup in Tyrod Taylor. I like their chances of at least doing average NFL output offensively, enough to win 10 games to win the
So
division.
you thinking Rodgers is going to put up one of them crazy numbers years?
I'm just saying he can do enough with their defense
To win the division.
to win the division. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's going to throw for 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. I'm just saying he'll do enough.
Well, we can go ahead and mark out the
offensively.
Patriots because the Patriots are not going to
They
be
ain't
anywhere.
winning squat.
No.
They might be the first overall
And
pick next year.
I thought briefly about the Bills when you lose your top target, and also they lost their best running back to the Giants.
Yeah, that's true.
So
See, like, I mean,
they didn't really replenish anybody
They didn't,
through the
and
draft or free agency.
I think they got a coaching problem.
Yeah.
I think it's just. I think that's one of those. We're just seeing it slowly just fall apart.
I think he's got to be on the hot seat, their head coach, too. He's probably on the hot seat last year.
He probably was.
Let's go to the north here. Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, and Browns. I think of the AFC divisions, this might be the one that it's a toss-up.
Okay, Burrow's. Okay, let's flip a quarter right now.
Is he going?
How many games is he going to play? Over and under 8. What do you think?
Under.
Over. And
You think he'll be healthy?
I'm saying 10.
I say
Under.
less than 10.
Yeah.
Less than 10?
Yeah. I don't see if Burrow doesn't play that game, you might as well forget about the Bengals winning that division.
And listen, guys, I think he's great.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen what he can do, but
He's got to be healthy.
he can't stay healthy.
Yeah. So we're pretty much thinking the Ravens.
Yeah.
They added some.
The Browns haven't had anything good since SummerSlam.
The Browns
And they won't have anything good until next SummerSlam.
Yeah.
the Browns defense is great, but
It's great, but
offensively
and listen,
it's just
Deshaun's
a mess.
not good.
Yeah.
I'm eating words because I told you I thought he was going to be. He was the first pro-style quarterback we've seen destroy Alabama.
Yeah.
And he's got in the NFL. And after all the allegations and all that, man, he just went to crap.
Right.
And he's so talented.
Yeah.
But they let Amari Cooper get away.
Right. Yeah.
And, when you start losing your weapons, great defense, you got to score points.
Right.
You can't win with 14 points a
Nick
game.
Chubb is still hurt.
Great
Nick
defense.
Chubb's still,
Great defenses need at least average.
they got to have an average offense, and they're not. They're
and
below
average puts you at that kind of 9-8 win mark, which isn't going to get you.
Is Mike Tomlin going to make the playoffs at like
Here's
7 and whatever?
Here's another
no
one of
way.
here's another one of my guarantees because I'm undefeated on Russell Wilson guarantees. Russell Wilson is on a different team next season.
Season?
Because Justin Fields is going to win that job and Russell's going to be out the door.
I wouldn't be surprised if I don't see a scenario where it's like Baker Mayfield a few years ago, where he was in Carolina, got cut basically, went to the Rams.
Russell's going to be on. I'm undefeated on Russell Wilson predictions. He's going to be on the new team.
So
next year.
he picked Wilson to get benched last year, and now he's going to say, I like it.
I'm not going to argue it.
It looks like I'm picking on Russell Wilson, and I am.
You are.
But it's true.
Yeah, it's the truth. So what we're picking?
It just
Ravens for the North. I think
Ravens.
we're all on that same page.
They got Derrick Henry.
What about the South? Jaguars, Titans, Texans, and Colts.
Texans, 100%. C.J. Stroud's my MVP this year. I'm calling it. C.J. Stroud's going to be the MVP.
He's getting whoa. That's our first huge.
That's
guarantee.
huge.
C.J. Stroud's going to be the MVP.
I mean, I think he's awesome, and they got some weapons with Diggs now, and you got Collins.
Yeah.
And then what's the running back?
I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Wow, I think they run away with the South.
Yeah.
I don't think it's close.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%.
I think Sunshine's over.
Yeah.
I think the whole Sunshine thing is over in Jacksonville.
Anthony Richardson didn't impress me during the preseason
No, Anthony
games.
Richardson, I think he's garbage.
Yeah.
Who? Tennessee who?
Yeah.
I thought they were the Houston Oilers.
I think the Texans win the division, but here's another guarantee. I don't know why I'm thinking this. I have nothing to back up on this, but the good Lord is sending me a message from above. Since we're surrounded by all these churches here in southern Middle Tennessee, getting all these vibes think the Jags are going to make the playoffs. Again, I've got nothing to go.
This old guy, man.
No info.
Yeah.
If you hit your head,
I mean, me and
Kansas
CJ have been
City,
hitting our heads on everything lately. Being around the 2-year-old a lot, but I don't know. I've got nothing to back it up.
But then again, like you look at the next 2 best teams or next best 3 teams outside the division champions. I mean, who's going to come out of the North? Pittsburgh?
There's always this kind of out of nowhere team you don't see coming in every conference, the AFC and the NFC. And for me,
it was Houston last year.
Yeah, I don't know why. I've got no info, no stats to back myself up. I'm just going off instinct that I think it's going to be the Jags.
Hey. I'm with you, Dusty. I don't know about the whole sunshine deal. I think
I just think it's. Listen, I looked it up. I've done my research on this. He's the only freshman to ever win a national championship.
Yeah, and did it in dominating fashion.
Complete domination.
Yeah.
His second year at Clemson was complete domination.
Yeah.
Guys, he's got to the NFL, and I know we've seen some games, but it ain't been good.
No.
The actual career has not been good at all.
His best season was when they went on that run in the playoffs that year. That was his only good season. The rest of them, his rookie year, he was terrible. Then again, he was running for his life. So
Urban Meyer, too, was his coach.
Urban Meyer was his coach. I knew Trevor Lawrence was going to have a rough rookie year when he threw 4 interceptions.
Don't forget, last year, they started off 8-2.
They
was a really good team for the first 10 games, and then it just
They let go. They got rid of the receiver.
Yeah.
Because I remember they went 8-2, and then it was between them and the Titans in that game, and they beat the Titans, which knocked the Titans out of playoff contention. So
and then the Titans got them back the next year in Tennessee. At the end. So I think the West. I think we're all leaning the Chiefs. Man, there's not much to talk out there.
Let's talk about the Chargers real quick.
Okay.
And I need to be careful how I say this because I don't get in trouble.
I don't know where you're going.
Yeah. It's got to be something with.
Is it Harbaugh?
Yeah.
Okay.
What in the world is he thinking about bringing Kaepernick on as a coach?
I mean, they're not going to practice taking a knee because they might not win a lot of games this year.
I mean, that's my rant for tonight.
Yeah.
Not that, but something to do with that. But, like, are you kidding me? I mean, you've started this taint of your career at Michigan.
Yeah.
It's starting to slowly follow him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now you want to bring this dude in as a coach?
And listen, I've watched being a 49er fan, I watched every game that Colin Kaepernick played. He had his high moments. We got to a Super Bowl with him, and in my opinion, if it would have been Alex Smith, we wouldn't have gotten that far. I know I'm saying we, but I'm a fan. I'm always going to say it.
Right.
But, he was the difference maker. But when the offense got more in Colin's hands, when Harbaugh put that offense more in his hands, is when the 49ers got more average offensively. You put him in that system that Greg Roman had where you had the Frank Gores and you had Vernon Davis and the Crabtrees. When they brought Moss in, you got all these different options. You got an offense where you can use all of them equally. Colin flourished in that offense, but when you don't necessarily have all the weapons and the ball's in his hands a lot, it all went the pot. And not to be political, but people can say all they want to about taking a stance, and he's allowed to take that stance, whether you agree with it or not. But personally, and I know for a fact, he's not being blackballed from the NFL. He's just not as good as he thinks he is.
Thank you. It has nothing to do with being blackballed.
And, the biggest part is the money he was asking for. He was asking for
elite money.
He was asking for middle of the road NFL starting quarterback money to be someone's backup, which will never work ever in a million years. And there's more details I can go into. Like he opted out of his contract, and he still had a couple years left in San Francisco when he was one of the top playing quarterbacks, and the 49ers were more than ready to get rid of him and start anew.
Yeah. And my argument with that too is Cam Newton was a whole lot better quarterback than Colin Kaepernick, and he couldn't get a job at the end.
Yeah, a lot of that has to do with what's going on.
Well, sure, but if you're just looking at ability
pure
to
numbers,
ability,
and pure numbers,
yes.
and They both led their teams to Super Bowls and lost.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're going to pick a quarterback, you're going to take Cam Newton
Right.
over Kaepernick.
Yeah.
And when Kaepernick, or when Cam Newton can get a job, what makes you think Colin Kaepernick can get a job?
And I mean, the only reason Kaepernick could be a coach is hardball because he's not going on anywhere else. So, so going Chiefs, I think we pretty much Patrick Mahomes, and then they might be a Super Bowl favorite. Who knows what's going to happen there?
Yeah.
NFC East guys. I think we agree the Commanders are out of the race there.
Yeah.
The Eagles.
The Giants are not going to be any good.
No, the Giants won't be good.
The Cowboys are going to be. Bloop.
Yeah.
So you think the Eagles are going to win it?
Yeah, I think it's the
With
Eagles.
Saquon in town, it's going to be the Eagles.
I think that's going to take some of the load. If he can stay healthy, that's going to take some of the load off Jalen.
Yeah, that's true.
And Jalen could be a little fresher later in the year.
Yeah.
You know, if it makes sense.
Yeah.
They got to do something at the trade deadline. Like they didn't do it last year when they were struggling. This year they've got to make a move. If they're on the border.
Yeah.
So the North, Bears, Packers, Vikings, and Lions, that could be another toss-up division. I don't think the Vikings are going to be in contention for it.
I don't either.
Everyone's talking up the Bears, but we know how good the Packers are going to be. We know how good the Lions are going to be.
I think it's Detroit's to lose.
I'm with you.
I'm with Detroit.
I think Green Bay have something to say at the end of the season.
I think Green Bay's in the playoffs.
I think the wild card.
Yeah, both of those will make the playoffs.
Yes.
I
think Green Bay will find Cowboys again, and then they'll beat the Cowboys.
I don't get the Bears hype yet. I don't think they've done enough to strengthen the team. Yes,
we all know how we feel about Caleb Williams.
Yeah, Keenan Allen's there is a big target for him, but there's a lot. There's still a lot to be desired.
They got to build that.
NFC South: Saints, Buccaneers, Falcons, and Panthers. That's a lot of mediocrity in one division.
Well, that may be the
worst.
I think the AFC South
is better than that.
It is, but I mean, you take away the Texans and they're not.
Right.
But I mean, as a 4-team conference, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. The Panthers.
I like the Buccaneers.
I do too.
Baker's back.
Yeah.
Baker
he impressed me last year with what he did.
I think we talked about it.
I think he said he signed a 4-year, $60 million.
He finally
something
found
like
his system.
Yeah.
I think he's struggled over the years, and he's matured. I think some of the arrogance and the cockiness has left him.
Yeah.
And he's there to play football and just win football games.
Falcons might be a challenge. The Saints, they're a perennial 7-win team.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll upset somebody here and there. The Panthers
Carr won't play 5 games.
He won't play 5 games, and Sean Payton, I don't know.
Yeah. So NFC West, 49ers. I think we all.
Yeah, 49ers.
I think the Rams make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think the Rams make the playoffs.
That's a pretty decent
Cardinals
team.
won't be good. And,
Cardinals will be good in a year or two.
Seattle, I don't know
how
what
they've
Seattle
been
looks like.
drafting.
I don't think Geno can do it again. They had that late run last year.
Yeah.
And Carroll's gone too as the head coach. So.
Well, yeah, I'm not a big Pete Carroll fan.
No,
I've got a lot of
all.
opinions about him. So what do we think? Who do you think is going to be in the AFC and NFC championship games?
NFC championship game for me. NFC is going to be, and I'm gonna say the 49ers in Detroit.
I'm with you on that one.
And in the AFC, man, until they lose, I mean, it's hard to pick it, but I mean, I think we're going to have to eat crow if they lose. But I'm going to say Kansas City, and I'm just going out on a limb just because of who they got. And I'm going to give him one more chance, and that's Baltimore.
See, I'm opposite with you. I'm not giving him a chance. I'm with you. I think it'll be a repeat of the NFC Championship from last season. Detroit and San Francisco. I'm not giving Lamar another chance. Even though he's got Derrick Henry, I still don't care.
So who you putting there?
I've got Kansas City and the Texans. I'm really high on the Texans.
I was going to say?
Who I'm going with. I've talked myself into it. It's a bad choice.
Is he going that way?
I'm going to eat crow. I know I'm going to eat crow.
Oh, no.
We're going with Kansas City and the Jets. Jets.
So is this going to be like another year, like where Peyton and Denver makes it on Peyton's duck arm and he makes it on the defense?
Absolutely.
Oh my!
Hey, they won it, didn't they? They won. I think Kansas City's in the Super Bowl.
Jets versus. I'm getting on DraftKings right now. Holy smokes!
And on the other side, I'm going San Francisco and
the Eagles. Eagles.
The Eagles.
I think the
You think the Eagles get there this time?
I think Saquon's a difference maker for him.
He helps.
Well,
He
and we didn't
definitely
think about
helps.
the coach. Coach ain't got a choice but to win.
No. I mean, and I know the reports out of there aren't good because him and Jalen aren't exactly getting along.
No.
But I think at some point they're going to turn it together. They're going to turn it up. I think Saquon helps. I think they added a couple pieces defensively that makes them stronger. I think they got some better coaches, some better play callers. That division is pretty weak overall. There's some winnable games there, and I think if Jalen and Sirianni are on the same page, you add Saquon to that and they get the right draw in the playoffs.
I think that's
the
a
reason
lot
they shouldn't
for
be there.
everybody
Yeah.
is the right draw.
Yeah.
Which
Poor
side?
Cowboys.
And I mean that I'm going to be honest
Cowboys.
with you. The game of the year will be the playoff game between Detroit and the Eagles. I'm calling it right now. It's going to be in Detroit. I'm calling overtime between the Eagles and the Lions for who gets to play San Francisco in San Francisco for the championship game.
Ooh.
I like it.
I think that just comes down to whoever has home field advantage at that point. Because Detroit, we saw them in the playoffs.
That was a great atmosphere.
That was unreal.
It was unreal, and my coworker is from there, and he's not watching probably. If he is, I'll have to hear about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I've been on him for a year.
Yeah.
I think Dan Campbell cost them for going.
I think everybody's
yeah,
on that same. That
But
same
he's
way.
not. He says no. That's how he coached all year, and he didn't want to change that. Well, bull crap. When it comes to that point in the season, you take your points.
Right.
Yep.
You go to overtime. You try to win it there.
Right.
You don't try to go for it on fourth down.
Yeah.
In a NFC championship
Yeah.
game. You just don't do it.
Yeah.
He was sitting in my house. We was
Yeah.
watching the game,
Yeah.
and he was. But I think I think the NFL will be good this year as a whole.
It's going to be. I think the parity in the league is going to be fun this year. I think we're in for.
There's a bunch of stories.
Yes.
I hope we have a good season because I'm tired of this just drama, just crap.
I'm tired. I'll put it this way. I'm tired of the NBA-esque drama.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's why I'm not
that
looking
is leaking
for. I mean,
into the other leagues.
I'm not. If I had to pick between college football and NFL, I'm taking college football
Oh,
because you don't hear all this drama.
Sure.
The NFL, it's kind of pushed me away from watching it. I'll still watch it, but still. Just like you said, the NBA style of how the drama
where
and
the
media.
off-season means more than what happens on the field.
Exactly.
Which, NFL with just 17 games and you play one day a week.
Yeah.
I think the NFL kind of stays away from that, where there's not really meaningless games, even though there is some when you play that much, because no one's ever going to go 17-0. Realistically, not anymore. Not anymore.
Too much talent.
Yeah. MVPs.
You heard mine. I said CJ.
It's hard.
There's a lot out there.
It really is.
You taking A-Rod again?
Yeah.
I won't take him just because I don't like him, and I think Mahomes wins it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to take him. But if I'm going to get to go to DraftKings and I'm going to pick, there's two guys that I want to put on the list.
Okay.
I think I know the two.
And I think he's got a chance. I need to really get into their schedule a little bit, but I think one of them's Derrick Henry.
I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either.
Yeah.
And the other one will be a comeback player, and that will be Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
If he comes with a chip,
Yeah.
and this defense is as good as you say it is, we know what he can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. And I know he's a year older, but he's also a year older with one season less on that
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
I understand he had Achilles, but guys, come on.
Yeah.
We see how those guys recover with all this stuff now.
So
the technology.
quickly now, yeah.
That's where I'm at with him. I think he can still light him up.
Yeah.
He's got a chip because he got screwed last year. I mean, injury, but the injury screwed him. And there was so much hype into him coming in last year in New York.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to see it again. That's just where I'm at.
Yeah.
I've got two. Go with one of my guys, Christian McCaffrey. I think he does it all over again. Maybe even better. I think he'll have more receiving yards than what he had a year ago. And throwing this one out there for the wind, I've already thrown out a bunch of crazy predictions here that made you guys go crazy. Justin Fields, man. Ooh.
Oh my God!
You said for what?
As a kickoff returner?
For MVP.
Justin Fields.
He's going to take over for Russell. He's going to win that job. He's going to light it up, and he's going to be he's going to be the next, but much better, much improved, much better overall. Cordell Stewart. Remember Slash back in the day?
Yeah, I do.
Man.
But Slash couldn't complete a mid-range pass to save his life.
No, but
I
he can
think
run
Justin,
a 4 flat.
I tell you what, we were talking about it. I really like what I'm seeing with the practice film of Justin Fields. I think he will take over.
Why is your brother texting?
Who knows? Oh, Lord.
he wants a Subway order. His mom won't go get it for him, so he wants you to
Probably.
get
Who knows?
it. So we weren't here when the big guy, did we talk SummerSlam with you?
No, I don't think he was
No,
here. It was
you
Clint.
weren't here.
It was Clint,
that we talked.
Hayden lied. He's not watching because he's absolutely hates the Titans. What'd you lie about?
Huh?
What's he talking
He's
about?
talking about, I'm sure he's talking about, like, me watching the Titans.
I don't watch the Titans.
No one's watching Titans.
Who watches the Titans, Graham?
Yeah.
Come on.
Anyways, moving now to wrestling.
I'll watch the
We
Lions.
didn't get the chance to talk SummerSlam with you.
I mean, all in all, I'm going to play, I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5? Okay.
I mean, we watched it together.
Yeah.
I know he come in late. I thought the storyline with Rhea and Liv was okay.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with her retaining. Kind of builds.
Yeah.
And they're building it. The last couple Monday Night Raws have been good.
Yeah,
Damian Priest
Damien
is-
coming behind and Pat McAfee going, "Turn around, dummies!" That was great.
McAfee's amazing.
Yeah.
I thought the Gunther match with Priest was really good.
Yeah.
We've been talking about, I've
Yeah.
been talking about a breakup anyways with the Judgment Day. So, of course, when Finn come out, we knew what was going to
Yeah, it
happen.
was
We knew
right on the
Gunther was
ball.
winning. I was let down really deep inside with the whole CM Punk Drew McIntyre match. I didn't think we got enough out of it.
Yeah.
I think they put too much towards Seth.
Yeah. And the bracelet.
Yeah.
And the
that was
a
terrible.
freaking bracelet. Come on.
And they continued that on Monday.
And they do. And like,
hopefully they're building it up to maybe kind of fix it and make it better.
I hope they do fix it.
Because more than likely they won't see each other at Bash of Berlin, but I think the next PLE after that is Bad Blood, so I think they'll probably see each other then.
Listen, Roman got one of the biggest pops we play ever heard. Especially outdoor stadium.
Yeah.
It'd been nice to see him when it was sound like inside.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're going to go with that. I've been seeing a few things where, The Rock is going to stay with Solo.
Yeah.
I've seen a thing where it's going to be like Roman, and Roman's going to have to fight off Solo and the Fatu and The Rock, and then he's going to have Jay and Jimmy. There was another picture of one of the cousins. I didn't know him. But all in all, I thought SummerSlam was fairly good. I'm kind of anxious to see now where we're going to go with Jay Uso.
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to put the titles on him and Sammy?
Yeah. We haven't seen much of Jay lately.
We haven't. I think he's been taking a little break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much needed.
I think it'll be what you were saying a few weeks ago. Sammy and Jay go for the titles.
I think we're seeing, and I called the breakout of Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Way.
Everybody wanted that.
That dude's legit. I think he's a really good worker in the ring.
Watch his college football highlights if you guys have him at Kennesaw State.
Oh, he's freak, man.
When he was on that show for Pat McAfee.
Yeah. I mean,
I saw those highlights.
It's
It was
unreal.
unreal.
But I keep saying it. I think wrestling's in good hands with Triple H.
Yeah.
Besides the CM Punk McIntyre thing, and they set it up Monday night.
Yeah.
He had to do something.
Yeah.
I don't know so much about this whole Bronson Reed destroying Seth Rollins. Like, are they writing Seth off for a little while?
Yeah, I
Must
think
be.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've read where he's going to be out for a while. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
But other than that, wrestling's been good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot to look forward to. When's Bash of Berlin?
2 weeks.
31st, I believe.
Okay.
It's in the month. We got 2
Okay.
weeks.
I know we've got one official match already. It's Dom and Liv versus
You
Damian.
got 2. You got Gunther versus Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Oh, actually 3. No, 3.
Cody versus
Kevin Owens. Yeah, so those are
And
the 3.
it might be looking like LA Knight and what's his name?
LA Knight and Santos.
Santos
Yeah,
Escobar. Yeah. First guy that LA Knight stomps out.
I think Orton wins.
Ooh.
I don't know about that. Boy, it'd be nice to get that number 15.
Forgot your son was here. I heard a voice in the background.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this place is already haunted. We haven't even been here that long. Yeah, I do agree it's in good hands. Well, guys, coming up next, our final segment of the show. We're going to get some things off our chest in the rants. That's next on Exports Live.
LUS is committed to our customers, from providing and maintaining energy-efficient utility services to friendly, helpful customer service. LUS is there. At LUS, we're always challenging everything we know, every day. We strive to improve efficiency and reliability while focusing on our responsibility to our customers and the community. It's our promise to provide dependable service to our customers every time. Because we don't just work in Lawrence County, we live here too.
Make your lawn a legacy.
Are you looking for a non-factory job?
Being raised in Tennessee,
Shop McMaster's Home Gallery.
believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
What really matters during the ball game, we're at that point in the season where some are just beginning, some have already ended, and others are at that point where it's either win or go home. Depending on what your perspective is, it changes everything, doesn't it? In 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 18, we're reminded we don't look at the things that are seen, but at the things that are unseen. For the things that are seen are temporary, but the things that are unseen are eternal. Keep your focus, keep your perspective on the right things, the things of God, the eternal things. And that message brought to you by your friends at the Leoma Church of Christ.
Are you looking for a non-factory job environment? Livingstone Freight Solutions is a 3PL company that began managing warehouses in Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. With our multiple shifts and experienced management team, our goal is to give you as an employee a safe family work environment and competitive wages. We offer a wide variety of employment opportunities from forklift drivers to management level positions. We also strive to offer a competitive benefit package and PTO options. For more information or to apply, visit us at livingstonefs.com or give us a call at 931-269-3255.
Shop McMaster's Home Gallery for furniture, appliances, and more. And shop quality, shop convenience, shop service, shop local. A family-owned business with a long history of serving the region. We're a one-stop home furnishings destination. We feature brands you know, competitively priced, backed by professional installation and service. You can trust that we'll take good care of you before and after the sale. For your home, shop smart. Shop McMaster's Home Gallery today.
Old School Rentals in Loretto, Tennessee is headquarters for all your rental equipment needs. Need a trailer? How about saws, tools, loaders, or generators? You can find all of that and much, much more at Old School Rentals, owner Ryan Smith, located on North Main Street in Loretto, Tennessee.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back here to X Sports Live. Time for our final segment of the show. Time to get some things off our chest. Hayden, what you got today, bud?
I ain't got anything. It's been a good week so far. I've got a lot
He's
done.
just so happy we proved that he's 3 notches more Southern than Sam is.
Yeah.
He's just got the red in redneck. You
Yeah.
call him red.
Yeah, just red. Yeah. Hey, I'll go with that red.
Putting peanut
I thought I was
butter.
called the kid now. Hold on a sec.
I could have just called him Ree.
I still can't. I still can't get. I mean, the peanut butter on rice cakes. They still make rice cakes.
Yeah.
I thought they got rid of that in 2000.
Who knows? I don't know. It's just
It's
another.
It's almost like eating tofu or something. You know,
Yeah.
some of that healthy crap.
Yeah,
Vegetarian vegans or something.
yeah. The vegans. Like, okay, what did I see the other day? It's like a non-edible product, and it said vegan on it. I'm like, you're not eating it. Who cares if it's vegan?
Yeah, what's the matter?
Yeah, I forgot where it was. I was in a store and saw that. I'm like, who cares? You made it with more sustainable products, vegan or what? What were you pulling out cow guts to make this? You know, you're not going to eat it. Who cares?
Yeah, what's the matter?
Yeah.
It's irrelevant.
Yeah, go ahead, bud.
All right. So I started in a break. My rant is going to be in the Olympics. And hey, the basketball team won a gold medal thanks to Steph. I hate to say LeBron. Y'all know how I feel about him. KD. But Jason Tatum, guys, it was proven during the Olympics that he is so overrated. The hype is just too much for Jason Tatum. He wasn't the best player on the Boston Celtics. I'm tired of them trying to push him as the MVP of the league. He's not that good. When you can't get on the floor and you just come off a title run, arguably supposed to be the best player in the NBA, and you've got these 40-year-olds kicking you in the teeth, and you're playing against a bunch of competition that's some of it is good, but a lot of it's not.
Yeah.
And you can't get on the floor.
Right.
When Steve Kerr says, well, it's really not what he hasn't done, it's just what I hadn't seen. Man, that says something.
Yeah.
That says something.
What's he doing in practice?
I think it's just overrated, man.
Yeah.
I do. I firmly believe that Jason Tatum is so overrated. If we talk about overrated superstars, I know we talked about it in the past. I put him number 1 on my list. You take Jaylen Brown off the Boston Celtics, they don't win a title.
No.
They barely make the playoffs.
They barely make the playoffs. We just talked about it. They had 2 other players on that team that are on the Olympics. Take Holiday off the Boston Celtics. I don't know that they win a title.
Take Holiday off the Olympics team, they don't win gold.
They don't win gold. No, because he plays defense.
Yeah.
That dude is a dog on defense.
He is.
Right.
He is.
Yeah.
So that's my rant. I'm sick of hearing all this crap about Jason Tatum. That dude needs to grow up, get better, and then man, we talk about it.
Yeah.
I feel like you got to earn that, and he's not earned it. It's been given to him. The media and the NBA have tried to push Jason Tatum on us. No different. They try to push all these other players we talk about in all these other leagues. But at the end of the day, you got to earn it. Steph Curry, he's earned it. Greatest shooter of all time, and the boy lit up France in the last 4 minutes of that basketball game.
But the last 2, he lit up Serbia too. He
lit them
had
up. 17
in the first quarter.
Y'all know how I feel about LeBron. Not a fan, but I'll never take away what he can do on the court.
Yeah.
I wished he'd shave his beard off because he's got more white in it than I got in mine. He does look like an old man out there now. Can I get it? All
And his hair.
And his hair and all that stuff. But he played amazing in the Olympics. He played his role.
Yeah.
He wasn't. I mean, he did take it to the hole when he had to. He was giving us some pretty good dimes. But at the end of the day, he played his role. He took a back seat to Steph. KD come off the bench, and once they realized he was healthy, and just what he hit
9 for 9 at that one game.
9 for 9 in his first game back.
Yeah.
And then
I think Australia.
Yeah, I think it was. And now I'm bringing up like D-Book, man. That dude was given a torch. Those old guys respect him now.
Yeah.
I don't know what was said, what was done, and I mean I know how he played with Phoenix. We know he plays hard. But guys, that was a different book.
Yeah.
I believe that.
And it makes you, the Olympics makes you think something about the state of basketball, where I don't have much faith in the younger NBA stars right now, because
those foreign guys are coming.
Those old dudes dominated.
They dominated,
and
I know
they're not going to be there in 4 years. They're not going to be there in 4 years.
Steph maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. KD
Steph,
maybe.
Yeah. LeBron definitely not.
No, LeBron had been in the league.
Yeah.
But you're right, and those foreign guys are young.
Yeah. I mean, where was you mentioned Jason Tatum? Jaylen Brown didn't make the team. I don't know why. That's a Steve Kerr question, but D-Book's not young.
No, he's D-Book's 20.
D-Book's like 28, 27,
he's
something
getting,
like that.
He's not 21, 22. He's not Halliburton's age. He's not Jason Tatum's age.
Halliburton barely played 5 minutes a game. Anthony Edwards played some at the start. Was not good.
But and then
as time went on, he fell off.
Where's the NBA going to be when LeBron and Steph and KD and all those?
They're trying to figure out who the next face of the league is.
In the hands of Luka, or Wemby,
and that's why, like you said, I feel like as a United States person, they're trying to push Book or Tatum to the top.
And I don't think it's going to be Tatum. I don't think Tatum. I don't think he can handle it. For one, we've seen that with Boston. It was almost like, oh gosh, here, Jalen, you take it. You take the reins, and I'll just stand back. Come on. That's it. I just ran. I'm over the whole Jason Tatum thing. This thing's garbage.
I really don't have much of a rant. There's a lot of things I could say. I do want to say, what happened last week. We do have some good things in store coming up this spring for our student athletes and our coaches. We got some plans. There's some things we got coming up in the works, almost piggybacking off of your rant from last week, which was jumping to conclusions. And we had a lot of people do that last week. And some things happened I was not real happy with, because nothing was set in stone. Wasn't even close to being set in stone. And, I'm not going to go any further with it. But, it's just one of those things, guys. When people tell you who you are, believe them. And maybe I gave people too much of a leash. Not everybody, there's only a handful of people I'm talking to with this. But, that feeling when you're like, man, I thought better of that person. Mm-hmm. And that's stinks when you come to that realization, but it's just like life. It's just, honestly, it's just kind of what I've experienced in over 2 decades in sports media. Sometimes people, when they look at you and look what you can do for them, they find you to be transactional. And I found out I was in a couple of transactional relationships last week.
Old country saying is like a swift kick in the gut.
Yeah, and they aimed a little lower this time too. Yeah. So wasn't a good feeling last week, but you know what? Us as a network, we got great plans. And to reiterate, things that we do are not for us. It's for our kids, it's for our coaches, it's for our communities. Whether you believe in that or not, I honestly don't care. So, we're going to do what's right and what we think is best for the kids. And we got some plans that are not going to happen this winter. They're going to come up in the spring, where we got some things we got to iron out, but we do have some great ideas of some ways we can highlight our kids even more. Stay tuned. Look forward to it. Don't want your input, quite frankly. You had your chance and you ruined it. So we got some great things in store here. Excited for what the X Sports Network has. First game's on Monday. We got the Jamborees on Friday,
and then Monday we're going at it.
And then we're full swing Monday. So
But throw into that real quick.
Yeah.
And this is on the other side of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like we talk about it some, and I feel like the community needs to hear it. The ones who do support us.
Yeah.
We see your ads. Everybody sees. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
We 100%. Appreciate it 100%.
Yeah, we got the little scroll bar.
We got the scroll bar at the bottom.
Everybody's showing.
Yeah. Thank you to the Lawrence County community for what y'all give us the privilege to do as a company.
Right.
It is about the kids 100%. I feel like kids come first.
Yeah.
Then we'll talk about the coaches and then the schools second, third. But thank y'all for giving us the opportunity to do what we do when we love what we do. And thanks to Ben and Kevin for giving for me giving the opportunity for y'all.
Yeah.
It's fun, and now we're fixing to hit that stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of long weeks, a lot of long nights, a lot of miles.
Yeah.
But we enjoy it. That's what we look forward to.
Yeah.
And this is awesome sitting in here on Wednesday nights.
Yeah, having fun.
It's great.
Yeah, it is.
Next week we're going to start bringing in guests.
I know.
And
Yeah, we'll have
start
guests
bringing in the
coming in on
kids and
Wednesdays.
have a good time. And again, what I was saying was going to a very small select few people.
Right.
It wasn't the county in general.
No, that's why I said that.
Yeah.
It's just But anyways, thank y'all. When we really do appreciate what we get to do.
Absolutely. It's been a blast coming up on year number 4. Speaking of, man, we've gone through a recruiting class. There's kids here that started as freshmen having this.
They're going to have full
and
coverage.
They're going to have full coverage their entire high school careers. And
pretty awesome.
Not many kids, literally either in the state of Tennessee or nationwide, can say that.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
701 games last year.
701. Yeah.
We'll probably everyone
break 1,000.
Everyone go to a state championship game. That
We'll
means
try to break 1,000.
We'll try to break 1,000.
we went so long, guys, that the TV's turned off.
No.
All right,
Lord.
well, come.
There's the.
Now, what does that say? Under fire the Trump. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I might. It's a. TMZ actually does decent documentaries.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they actually do decent ones, but that wasn't a political thing. I was
not at all.
I was just making sure. I was just making sure this did not say a bad word on it. That's why I put my hands up there.
Yeah.
So for Hayden Burks, for Dusty Kaiser, I'm AJ Good. We'll see you guys next week.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.